Homies in hiding.
She's sitting there with her little lunch pail with a couple quarters from
Her
people's
husband ain't
money.
alive at 95.
Well, maybe he's 96. What do you do?
Oh my God.
Homies in hiding.
My knife. I don't know. Got a knife fishing rod.
One of the topics I wrote is, Chris, if you woke up with a vagina, would you let TJ fuck it?
Fuck it.
Yeah. You think he would have? Probably, right?
No.
You don't think so? If you woke up, would you let Chris get in there?
He's banging me. He's not banging it.
What do you mean? Yeah, you. But you
Yeah,
don't have a
you
dick
worded
anymore.
it like, Chris, if you woke up with a vagina, would you let TJ bang it?
Yeah.
But I'm banging Chris.
Yeah. Yeah. But
I
still.
don't think Chris is doing that.
He'd rather take it in the butt.
Ooh, that one sounded
Yikes.
like a nuke.
Dang, a lot of these are Chris questions, so it's perfect that he didn't show up.
Yeah, great. That's awesome.
Excuse me.
Yeah, Chris, if you're listening, you're a piece of shit, dude.
Alright, how about this? You meet a girl. She's a 10, alright? Perfect in every way. She makes $100,000 a year. She works in IT. She works from home, alright?
Okay.
Every night she just loves sucking you off. That's her end of day way to relax, alright?
Okay.
Other than that, perfectly normal, great. 3 months into dating, she tells you that she was actually born a man. You keep going, or you call things off?
Hold on, I'm listening to Mr. Trumpeter over here. Sound like a trumpet. Oh, so you didn't know she had a dick?
At one point in her life, yeah.
Oh, she doesn't have a dick anymore?
No.
Wow.
I mean, you've been with her for 3 months. And then she finally tells you no.
That she had that vagina that I've been pounding is
Yeah. She
surgically repaired on there.
Yeah, she
at
used to be
Mayo
a
Clinic.
dude. You keep going. It's already been
Yes.
3 months.
Yeah, well, what's the difference then?
Yeah.
That's how I'm thinking.
Yeah. Thomas, you keep going?
Yeah, I'd say I agree.
But she loves slurping you off every night. You never have to
Exactly,
do
yeah.
anything again.
Yeah.
Basically.
How about if she told you the operation was 4 months ago? She
so only a month after you.
Yeah. Or a month before she met you.
Yeah.
She shows you a picture of her work, or the
Yeah,
guy
that's
working
right.
construction. You're just like,
Oh,
who
she
cares?
has a guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She had a big beard and stuff.
You're halfway up the mountain, you might as well
Exactly.
keep climbing.
It's a lot different
Yeah.
if I go on a second date and then before I ever pound her, she's like, yeah, I used to be a dude.
So you'd say no then?
I think maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Thomas, would you? Second date before everything?
Before you ever.
Yeah, I think that's acceptable.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much, I mean, there's only one answer.
You've already been doing it, so like
Yeah.
now you don't care. It's
I
like
was
real life.
I wanted to see if you guys would say, oh, that changes everything. No, I'm not doing it anymore.
What?
Like, you're not having sex with her anymore now that you found out. You know?
No, you've already been in there.
Yeah. That's the right answer, but I was gonna see
There's
if
a right answer.
well, I mean,
Did she lie about it?
no, you just never came up. And she was too nervous to
But
tell
you were pounding her before.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't just slurping you off and that's it.
Yeah. Well, how about if she was just slurping you off? Does that make a difference then?
And I wasn't ever in there.
Yeah.
That might.
You think so?
I mean, I'm just gonna feel so weird. Why would I ever want to go down there and just get slurped off if she's so good at it? You know what I mean?
Okay, so let's say you call it off. Screw you.
Call off the dogs.
Yeah, you call off the dogs. Never talk to me again. Whatever. However you break up with her.
Mm-hmm.
And then that night, your mom calls you and says, TJ, I have a confession. You were born a woman, and we did a sex changes on you when you were 3 days old. Do you call her back now? Now that you find out that you were a
So
woman?
now I'm a woman and she was a dude and we
Yeah.
flip-flopped
Yeah.
completely?
Now that you're in that same situation, do you call her back and say, you know what, let me take
No, how do
take
I
a run at it?
How do I explain that?
Just come clean.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I just found out I'm in the same situation, so would you start slurping me up again?
I thought yesterday was opposite day. So
Yeah. I didn't mean to break up with you.
I had high blood sugar that day.
Yeah.
It was delirious.
I don't know. I was just gonna test and see what you guys would say on that one. I think it's a no-brainer. Obviously, if you've already been having sex,
Yeah.
little bit weirder if you haven't already done it. Would you at least give it one go or no? Let me try it. It doesn't
I
work
mean,
out.
what if you go down there, she's got like a Chris wiener, like a half an inch. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I guess we'll wait until.
I think at that point I just walk away.
You think so?
Yeah.
Just used her for 3 months. Slurping you off. Oh, really? I'll see.
You said it was enjoyable for her though. So
Yeah, she
true.
liked it.
Yeah.
So you're just tossing her all aside.
No,
Just go back to being single.
Yeah.
You know what? It's not worth getting topped off every night. Screw you.
Well, you'd end it amicably.
I don't know.
Just sit on it?
No. How about this one? You're at a garage sale. Some little old lady's having a garage sale. You're walking around and you recognize a priceless antique. Let's say it's like a Honus Wagner card mixed in with some baseball cards. What do? Do you pocket it and walk away? Do you say, I'll give you $2 for it because it says 25 cents per card? Or do you say, hey, old lady, this is worth, what are they worth nowadays? $20 million?
I don't think that much.
Who is it?
Honus Wagner.
Who the hell is that?
An old baseball player they used to print on like tobacco advertising. And he said he didn't want that, so they printed like 10 of his and then stopped. So now they're super rare.
Mm.
But let's just say a rare
Is he a
baseball
really
card.
good player, though?
No,
He's a
just,
Hall of Famer.
Oh,
he's
he
just
was?
average, wasn't he?
No, he's a
Not a
Hall
Hall
of
of Famer, then.
Famer. One of the first great shortstops.
Well, either way, you recognize it. It's priceless, or worth millions. Do you tell her? Do you walk away? Do you say, "Here's 25 cents," and you make your break for it?
How old of a lady?
Let's say she's 95.
Does she have kids?
She's on her deathbed.
I don't know. It's her sitting there, and her husband's walking around too. She's sitting there with her little lunch pail with a couple quarters from
Her
people
husband
buying
ain't
her
alive at 95.
Well, maybe he's 96. What do you do?
Oh my god. That's what he does.
There's step one.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Step one.
Fill your pants. Oh, too bad Chris wasn't sitting right
Is
there.
it bad?
Oh, yeah. It'll work its way to your side of the table here.
Whew,
You already smell it?
you got a whiff.
Trying to eat this Twix before I smell it.
I don't know. I don't think. I was gonna say you just pocket it and go, and then come back later and give them their share or something, or give them a little bit. But that almost seems shadier than just telling them.
Mm.
Well, I mean, I think you got three options. You pocket it and walk. You give her, maybe 3 times what she's asking, 75 cents. She's none the wiser. Or you tell them up front.
Or you just downplay and say, "This is actually really rare. I'm gonna give you $100. Just
Sure.
give them way more than
What if
they
it's
were asking."
fake, though?
Yeah, that's true.
Then you're at $100.
100, yeah.
So do you just pay a quarter for it?
And then go back after the fact.
After you've sold it for $10 million and say,
Yeah, go back after the
Can you
fact.
have
and
fake cards like that?
I mean, it'd be pretty hard to fake one of those, I think. Maybe not. I don't know.
They go by like the numbers on them and stuff, right? Or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, those are pretty old, so.
Yeah. I
What do
don't
you
know.
do to you?
Zach's really into cards, so he would know. more
just
than me.
lie and say, "Oh, I actually found out it was really valuable after the
Sure.
fact."
Well, actually, my mom was like, we had some baseball cards that were pretty rare. She's like, these are worth like $100,000 supposedly.
And what'd you do with them? Wipe her butt with
I
them?
honestly don't know. My brother's super mad about it because they're
Yeah.
gone. And
That's what happened to Danny's Pokemon cards. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
He had like all the original first edition holographics.
Yeah, you got them from Jake, didn't you?
Yeah, from Jake Bertesky. Puts them in the granary. Peanut oil spills all over them. And my mom's like, we gotta throw them in the dumpster. He's like, no, I'll save them. No, they're ruined. Boom. That's like
gone.
hundreds of thousands of dollars, I think.
Actually,
No, they got to be mint condition to be.
Well, yeah, they
Yeah.
weren't mint, but they were all the originals. Holographics. Jake had an incredible collection, just gave it to me and Danny.
just imagine if my mom sold all these cards because she had a garage sale.
Yeah.
But she like kept all the cards from my brother because he does collect baseball cards, and there was apparently a couple that could have been worth a lot.
Yeah.
But I think if I knew that it was a rare card, I would be like, I'd probably tell them up front, honestly. I think I
Really?
would.
And let them take the millions?
I think if you're honest with them, they're going to share with you.
Or this is really
I would
valuable.
hope.
This is really valuable. I'm going to give you some money. I'm going to see how much I can get for it after the fact. I'll share it with you.
Okay.
Make
Rather
like
than
some sort of deal.
tell that old lady she has to go through the trouble of selling it for $10 million.
Okay.
So that old
that's what I
lady
mean.
know how
It's
to
like-
use
Okay, so
eBay
let's say you take it
It's
and you sell it for
something-
$20 million. TJ, you do the same? You take it?
I'd give her half.
You give her half times you were
Probably.
half?
I'd ask how
Probably
much she
half.
wants.
Okay.
Well,
let's
she
say
says
she
all
wants,
of it.
let's,
Yeah,
say,
within
let's say she
reason.
wants half.
It's my property.
You
now
give her
at this
half?
point. Yeah, if she wants it.
Okay.
$10 million for.
So
a
you
card,
hand her a
okay.
cashier's check of $10 million. Here's the second part of the question. She Z-calls her husband
Yes,
over,
exactly.
who walks over in his clan hood and says, "Thanks, this is going to go a long way." I was waiting for you guys
In his
to...
what? Clan hood?
Yeah, it's clan hood.
Oh, like
He's like,
KKK?
yeah. I was waiting for you guys to say, "I'll tell him up front and let him know." And then
That was
they just
going to
turned
be
out to be
my next
Nazis.
question. Are they a
Wow.
nice old couple?
Yeah, they're secretly evil.
Wait, shh, guys, you hear that?
Jeez.
No, but like, you obviously said 95-year-old lady, so there's some sort of guilt trip there. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what if it's somebody I completely hate, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not telling
I
you
mean,
nothing.
in this situation, even without knowing she was a clan member, I would have flipped her a quarter.
You would have just stole it, basically. It's like steal.
She's not stealing. She's selling it for a quarter.
But you knew it was worth 20 mil. You're just
Yeah,
stealing
stealing by omission.
it. Yeah.
And then, maybe I come back and say, "Hey, I sold it for, let's say, $200," and see what she says.
No, I think you split the difference. You say this is actually a really valuable card. I can sell it for you. I will come back.
I know somebody. or
I
something.
wouldn't give them any of that up front because I just know they're gonna,
So you're basically saying it's their fault they don't know it's worth a lot?
Yeah.
So
Plus they're
it
old.
Sucks to be you.
Yeah.
Plus they're old. They have one dream left.
So this is my break. I'm not gonna start risking it.
Oh, like
I
you
feel
got
worse
really
coming-
lucky.
I would
Yeah.
feel worse coming back after the fact and say, now I'm fabulously wealthy.
Here's $200.
Yeah, maybe I wouldn't even come back.
Yeah, you're gonna give her $200 of 2 mil
It also
or 20 mil.
I mean, for all I know, they have $5 million saved up, and maybe they have like 40 grandchildren, and then
they
they
ain't
try
having
to
no
sue
garage
me.
sale then. They're just burning everything.
No,
If
old
they're
people
that
are
rich.
cheap.
If they're that rich, they ain't have no garage sale
Maybe
for next.
they are.
They're trying to get
There's
some
plenty of
scraps so they can
stingy old-
afford their next ramen noodles meal.
That's why you ask questions at garage sales. Hey, is this really 25 cents? Oh, yeah. Yeah, are you a member of the clan?
Yeah. How about this? This is another old person question. How long do you think you could go living in an old person's house without them noticing?
Without them noticing.
Yeah.
If you were frogging it.
Yeah.
Like you're the attic, you're living in the attic or something.
Yeah. Let's say the attic. They've got an attic and a basement and a main level.
Living up and down here.
Yeah.
In the crawl space.
Yeah, like you're hiding out in, let's say, back there, up in the attic, and at midnight you come down and you grab a couple Snickers bars and head back up.
And they're never noticing.
Plug their toilet, or screw back up there. How long do you think you could do that without them noticing? Or them calling an exterminator because you've been pooping up in the attic.
Jeez.
You know?
Yeah.
Depend on the layout of the house, I guess.
That's
Do you
what I
think
was
you could go
thinking, too.
indefinitely?
That's what I was thinking too. Like I was imagining this house. If I had the whole basement, crushing that. Easy.
Well, I mean, if
I
they're
got a toilet.
crippled,
I got the bathroom and everything.
yeah, if they're crippled and they can't walk down the stairs, obviously you're down here just hanging out. But
Oh yeah, I'm just sneaking out the.
let's say they're,
It's an old lady who's always home, though.
yeah, she's always home. The
It's not like they leave and go to work and you.
True.
yeah, maybe she goes to church on Sundays and then she goes
But
to bed.
You're never gonna
She
notice me
sleeps.
sneaking out of a window. She's that old.
Well, how long?
Yeah, if she's always home, though.
I don't know if you're allowed to leave. That kind of defeats the purpose of it.
Oh, so you're eating the food they're buying and
Yeah,
stuff.
you have to live in their house.
Oh, yeah, that's tough.
I mean, not only how long can you go without getting caught, but how long can you actually do that without
That's
getting
crazy.
bored?
Yeah.
Maybe you have a phone, you can watch movies.
I
all
was
day.
I was thinking I was gonna play Fortnite. Right here, like this.
Yeah, if you're only eating scraps, though, how do you.
Yeah, scraps. You go in there and you grab a leg of turkey or something. I don't know.
They
Old
wouldn't
You said a
notice-
couple
they
Kit
wouldn't,
Kat bars or
they wouldn't
something.
notice if a leg of turkey
An
is
old
gone.
person? Oh, I must have thrown that away. Maybe
I
ate
feel
that
like they'd
already.
notice if you were stealing whole meals.
Well, let's just say there's no consequences. Take what you
A
can.
huge thing of pot pie in there. Just eat all of it. All I must have got rid of
Yeah,
it.
clean out the entire fridge. Send it to the store every day.
You're thinking of the most feeble old lady
I
of all
am.
time.
I am.
Yeah, you're thinking of just the world's oldest lady living in a giant
If I couldn't have
mansion.
any electronics, like no video games or anything, I couldn't do it very long.
Well, yeah, you're not going to sit up there all day twiddling your thumbs.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
you got a
Instead,
little
I have
something
maybe
to
a
do.
phone or something.
Yeah,
If I have
phone.
video games,
You can do Fortnite on your phone, can't you?
well, I mean that's not the same at all.
If you're trapped in
I'm
the
just
attic
thinking like like in this, how often would a lady come down
and come in here.
and
No, but how long are you going to stay in this?
Well, I'm saying if I could play video games, I could do it all day. I could do that all day easily. You know.
Take a nap, play some video games.
Yeah, but do you like make a break for the bathroom quick and then,
Yeah, well, you listen for a while.
Yeah, and
See
then
where
what?
they're
You
at.
flush and run back and she's like, someone just
You
flushed
don't
my toilet."
flush.
Yeah, you can't.
Well, that's even worse because she comes and.
She just forgot she shit in there.
So how is she
A
forgetting?
huge diarrhea, like from earlier.
How is she forgetting that she blew out the bowl, but she's not forgetting a turkey leg? You know?
I don't remember eating that corn.
There's blood in there.
Yeah,
and
you
stuff.
just a tooth.
Yeah, I guess you'd have to have some resources too. I don't know. Like
Yeah, I guess
If you
there's way
can't
too
go
many
to the-
variables to say.
if you're saying just the attic, people literally do like just the attic, right? Like
Yeah.
that's happened in real life.
Yeah.
I would go insane. I think
What, living up in the
you
attic?
can't do anything.
And Frank, keep a diary.
Let's just go with just that, just an attic. There's no way I could do it very long.
Well, it'd also be blazing hot in the summer and freezing cold in the winter.
Yeah, like a couple months at most. I don't know. I think I'd rather be homeless. What do you think? Just in an attic?
Then
It depends on your setup. Like,
let's
on the
say it's
set.
winter though, and it's kind of nice and warm. You're out of the elements.
You said it's freezing cold in the attic.
Well, it's better than being outside. You don't have
Yeah.
snow coming down, right? And you get a couple free turkey legs. You got a toilet.
So
you can
she's
do
not
diarrhea.
recognizing the turkey leg,
Let's say, yeah, you have enough to survive on. You're not starving.
but you can't go to the
Her
bathroom.
fridge is just full of turkey legs.
Yeah.
16 turkey legs in that fridge. Would she notice if one is gone?
Yeah. Or you grab
can't, like, go to the
grab
bathroom
one
all day.
granola bar out of the pack,
I got a great idea. So you if you gotta
you
somehow
bash your skull and
no, you gotta somehow not shit all day during the day, but you piss in a bottle and then you just empty the bottle at night
Out
into
the
the
window.
toilet.
Yeah.
No, you go down at night when she's sleeping into the toilet.
Yeah,
and
empty
then
it into her mouth.
that's when you take a shit. You just hold it all day.
Sure.
It's just as far as the bathroom goes, and then you
And then
just,
she just wakes up in the morning and there's a giant turd in
Well,
the
you-
toilet every
In
morning.
a day's worth of pee.
Yeah, and some stale pee.
yeah, how do you flush a toilet without them noticing ever? I guess an old lady sleeping, I think I could flush a toilet no problem.
You know what you could do is fill up a jug in the sink and then just pour that, and that pushes it through.
Or you just fire it out the window.
Yeah.
What, your
Open up a
turd?
window and you fire the turd out the window.
Or
You're
you-
holding your turd?
Yeah, or you hide it in her sock drawer or something.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
No, the real thing is you gotta go as she's sleeping and try on her clothes. Dance around.
That's what Chris would do.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at this skirt.
He'd lick her toes.
Sora, what do you think?
I don't think I would want to do it that long.
Chris would have his dog up in the attic.
I can't live without her. Yeah. Yeah, I guess the bathroom is the hard part, honestly, I think.
Or you make a little trapdoor above the toilet, and anytime you need to go, you just drop it through. Right
There's
in
no
the
way you're just
toilet.
going to throw shit in your hand, Thomas, and just, oh my God.
Why not?
You're going to shit in your hand and throw
I
it?
don't know. Get a thing of toilet paper or something.
Dude, that sounded like you pooped.
I mean, you could wrap toilet paper around your hand.
Oh my God, the beans are coming. That is brutal.
10 hours later, holy
Yeah.
cow, that was
Yeah.
the longest trip ever.
You gotta eat them at 3 a.m.
I guess so. I really do have to get up at 3 a.m.
I think I'm pooping out in the bushes.
So you're gonna run outside?
Well, I'll just hang it out the window.
I think I'm gonna be a nocturnal animal.
hang it out the window.
You guys are
on the
not
second floor. I'm hanging my ass off the window and dropping it down.
You're assuming that you're up all day. You sleep all day in the attic, and then at night you're walking around watching TV.
Watching TV.
Yeah, I don't know.
Flushing the toilet. Just having a heyday in there.
I guess, yeah, she's the world's heaviest sleeper.
Yeah, or you slip her some ZQL or something, and the house is yours.
Oh, now we're drugging her too. Right?
You keep her chained in the basement.
Yeah.
No, it's without her noticing. So
I feel like I'm like my grandma. She's 89. I feel like she would not notice
if you were at her house,
a toilet being flushed at 2 a.m. She's sound asleep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
You think
are old people
lady,
light sleepers or heavy sleepers?
I think they're heavy sleepers.
Yeah, probably heavy sleepers.
I guess it's hard to say. Maybe you're just always, if you're always a light sleeper, you're always going to be a light sleeper. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
You just have to hope that every night she gets a good night's sleep.
Still, that'd be a very depressing life. You sleep all day.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
You sunlight is like
Old people sleep a lot, don't they? Like they go to
oh
bed
yeah,
at
10 and wake up at 10. They probably sleep 12 hours.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You get half the day.
Yeah, I guess, but
So I mean, how long can you do?
you get up at 6 a.m., go run
It's
a
pretty much-
marathon quick, and
Yeah,
then
but
come
then
back.
your sleep schedule is all
Yeah,
messed up.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to sleep 12 hours. You got, let's say 4 hours awake up in the attic doing nothing, and then you got 12 hours of lady's house at night. How long can you be nocturnal for? You think you could pull that off? A week, a
That's what I
month?
mean. The light, a natural light, is so like.
I'd probably do it for about a few weeks, then I'd get so sick of it.
Yeah.
Especially if you can't go outside.
Yeah, if you can't go outside.
You're
if you
eating
can't go-
fiber bars and turkey legs for, 2 weeks.
I'm taking monster dumps.
Bloody monster dumps. Oh, God.
Or what if she just never checks that bathroom and you can never flush, so it just keeps piling up? I don't remember leaving that pile there.
I guess it kind of depends, too, because I feel like some old people would honestly just not even think
Or if they're a hoarder.
2 seconds of it.
What if you're living in a hoarder's house?
Jeez,
That doesn't
yeah, yeah.
matter because
You're trying to sneak through the little crawl space, like
Yeah.
the hallways, and kicking shit that makes noise, and
there's probably dead cats all over.
Yeah,
the
but that'd
place.
be even easier to not get caught then, because you could poop wherever.
Yeah.
true.
You can poop wherever, you can eat whatever
That's
you
what
want.
Yeah, but there's also less to eat if everything's covered in poop and
Oh, yeah.
newspaper and stuff. So that
So it all depends on the scenario of who the person is and how
I
they
guess
live
so.
and what their house is.
Yeah, would you want to live in a hoarder house though?
In the attic.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't be able to breathe in there.
No.
Speaking of the pile, most memorable poop, do you have one?
Yeah,
What is it?
I do. It has to do with blood, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Memorable in a bad way or a good way?
bad.
Well, what is
That's
it?
why I remember it because
Well,
I
you
was so
blew
good.
out a bunch of blood
Yeah,
from what?
in
inside?
college.
Oh,
In college, when I was on whey protein and all that,
yeah. Yeah, an ulcer or what?
I think it was like a fissure. So like my butt was cut.
So it was
or
from the
hemorrhoids.
outside. So
Or
you had a
hemorrhoids.
big rock solid one, right?
I mean, dude, it was. I usually don't have shits like that big. Like, I'm usually like that, maybe.
Oh, you
Had
had way
that.
too much protein.
It was like this and this long at St. Cloud State. And I
Did it
looked.
lift you off the seat?
No, but I knew right away something was wrong.
Oh yeah.
I looked in the toilet, there was a lot of blood. And that was like the scariest
Did
time.
you take a picture?
No.
Oh, shit.
No, I pretty sure I called my mom.
There's
Anyway.
a bloody baseball bat in the toilet.
Yeah.
But it cut me so bad. That it was like all the water was red.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It was, I never had it, well, I never
Yeah.
really bled like that
Yeah.
in the first place. Ever since then, sometimes I bleed, but not like that. It was
Yeah.
super bad. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Every once in a
So
while.
that's why I remember it, because it was so scary.
Yeah. I get that every once in a while where it's like, oh, that's pretty red. There's a lot of blood, but I mean, it's
Still
nothing
shouldn't-
like that.
Never pooped blood before. No.
When I was taking that fiber that you recommended, I was loading up
yeah.
on fiber and protein, and fiber did the opposite for me. Instead of making
Yeah.
it flow through,
That's what it did to me, too.
it just packed it all up. I'm like, this is gonna hurt.
like gummies?
Interesting.
No, it was the powder actually.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
still,
see, I took the fiber gummies after that happened to me, and it didn't help at all.
and it's like for a few days after you're like bleeding because you ripped yourself
Well, I
wide
take
open.
the little capsules of fiber.
Hmm.
2 of them a day. That's perfect.
Huh.
And then if I'm eating clean with enough protein and enough vegetables with that fiber, I take ghost dumps.
Nice. Yeah.
Ghost dumps? What's
I
that?
don't
Don't
know
have to
what-
wipe.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
You just take a dump and go. Absolutely.
Yeah,
no.
see, like, I've never had it like that since. Once in a while, like, once in a great while, maybe, I'll have, like, some little blood because it's such a hard turd.
Yeah.
But, like, you shouldn't be shitting blood a lot.
I mean, I don't. It's just when my diet gets horrible and I'm pushing out a rock,
Yeah.
you know, you gotta sit there.
You
and
kind of
struggle.
know what's coming, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised when I turn around and I see a bunch of blood.
Yeah.
But my most memorable dump has got to be the pile. You know that, Thomas?
Oh yeah.
We were like taking a road trip somewhere. Yeah, have I told you the story?
I don't know.
We go into, what was it, a Coburn's or some kind of grocery store?
Some kind of grocery store. Yeah.
I go in there.
Like a long road trip, like to Denver or Colorado.
Yeah, I think it was maybe Nebraska or something like that. But it's like we're all constipated, having poop for days. I go in there, lay the biggest dump of my life in this bathroom.
Okay.
Walk out without flushing or wiping.
Why?
Thomas
didn't you
goes
flush?
in.
Oh, you guys are doing it on purpose?
Yeah, he adds to the pile. Danny goes in, he adds to the pile.
Oh my
So
God.
there's 3 of the biggest dumps you've ever seen. And then I made a little sign of like a little cool guy sticking his thumbs up with sunglasses that says, add it to the pile.
Oh my
And then we
God.
I think we wipe and, flushing at a different toilet. So you have to imagine you're some person walking into this random grocery store. We walk into stall number 2 and there's 3 of the, it's pretty much a pile of poop. And then it
With
says,
no toilet
with
paper.
no toilet paper.
Oh, so you can just see it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it says, the little cool guy saying, add it to the pile. What do? You got to add to the pile. You don't flush that.
Oh, there's my most memorable dump.
Yeah, I guess, yours is a better experience than mine.
Yeah.
I remember a good dump as in, like, I think it was Brant Burby when he shit before a hockey game. Or maybe it was just hockey practice. I still have the picture on my phone. That thing was like 18 to 20 inches long. And you could see the corn in it and everything. You don't remember that? Oh my God, that was awesome. How about you, Thomas? What's your...
I can't picture I don't have one in particular. Just one of those ones where you're trying to hold it in for the longest time and your stomach is
Yeah.
and you finally go.
Then it's 2 feet long.
Yeah.
If we're
That's
doing
happens.
other people's dumps, it's got to be Mitzi's masterpiece.
Yeah.
That's when, Mitzi, the dog,
Oh, your
the
dog.
greyhound, yep, ate, what was it like?
I love how you named your shits. Mitzi's masterpiece.
That's
what it was hers.
The pie
Yeah, that
dog.
was hers. It was
I
her.
know, but...
She ate 6 chocolate Easter bunnies.
She had chocolate. She had explosive diarrhea on the floor of the laundry room.
She lived, honestly.
It was like, we called it the master because it was painted on the wall. It looks like someone took a paintbrush.
We had the hard linoleum or the hard
I remember...
floor in the laundry room, and it hit with such force that it splattered all
Jackson
over the wall.
Pollock all over the laundry machine.
Oh
Washing
I feel like
machine,
I might have
walls.
remembered this.
Yeah, and my dad's in there with like paper towels scooping it up.
Oh my God. Yeah,
And me and Thomas and Danny are all just woo.
I'm pretty sure I have a picture
Yeah.
on one of my old phones of Mitzi's masterpiece.
I just remembered a good one too.
And of course it reeks the whole house.
I remember. Do you remember when I used to when we were in high school? I'd take videos of me shitting. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that no.
Where I'm like me taking a poo.
Oh yeah,
Do you
yeah.
remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so that's not one in particular, but I remember like when I'd be like, "Oh, do you hear those dingoes hitting the water and all this stuff?" Oh my God, you guys are getting wet.
Actually, no. Remember when we got the Halloween Whopper?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The black bun.
Yeah, with the black bun. I woke up the next morning and took a massive dump, and it was green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably on a lot of people's list.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
bet it is. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
bright green
Yeah.
dump. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. I've never had that, but
Oh, really?
I've never had the Whopper. No, or really, I've never really had green shit either. But
Something with the
we're
black
lucky
dye.
Mitzi didn't die. Chocolate.
She also ate a
Chocolate's-
bag of lard donuts.
Lard?
Lard. My grandma used to fry donuts in lard and give it to us every year for Christmas.
God.
Mitzi ate a big gallon of his bag.
She also
She
ate
paid
like
the price
a
on that.
pound of jerky too.
Yeah.
She was
We're
yeah.
getting all the beef or the deer jerky in the garage.
Dude, who is that? God, Chris needs to
Just
be
imagine
here.
if that was
Holy shit. That is so bad. It's not even going away from you.
We're in a what? 4x8 room. There's got nowhere to go.
Dude, that is fucking horrible. It smells like the fucking elevator the other day, yesterday for me. Oh,
How about jerk driving? We brought this up the other day.
Oh, yeah.
What's your story? What did you do?
Well, I've got more than one, I guess.
Oh, really?
Like driving while you're jerking?
Yeah, jerk.
Or just like pulling over and jerking?
No, you gotta be driving.
Yeah, okay.
I think pulling over and doing it is somehow worse.
What, it's worse?
We'll have to bleep the name, but you remember
Homie.
story?
Homie.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, maybe.
His story?
Yeah, he had a story like that of him.
Oh, if
and
you're
his-
gonna bleep names, then I'll definitely tell the story.
All right, he was driving with his girlfriend. They pull over on the freeway to have sex,
Okay.
and then a state trooper pulls up like right in the middle of it. They like accidentally put on each other's pants. They're like halfway naked, scrambling around, and the state trooper's like, what's going on here?" And they're like, "Oh, we just thought it'd be funny to try on each other's pants, like in the middle of the freeway." Huh? And I think they got off with a warning, which is crazy, but. Yeah, he told us that story. I'm like, wow, what were you thinking?
He was having sex, thought he was a virgin. That's
Who knows what? Yeah, who knows what they were doing? This was also in college, I think.
Oh, okay.
Gee, so when I was a senior, you guys would have been 8th graders.
Yeah, probably.
So I'm trying to think if you would have been on the cross country
Dude,
bus.
that is lingering over here.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah, when we were coming back from Malacca.
Oh, the naked dude?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Was he jerking though, or was he
Yeah.
just naked?
I mean, I remember it. He was wailing away.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
We were kind of like looking out and I was.
Yeah, I remember Jackie. Oh my god.
yeah.
Yeah, we
remember
were kind
that.
of like looking out and like, look at it, looks like that guy's naked, and
And
then
then this Yeriyaki Yicken.
Yeah.
yep, zooms past, and yeah, I'm pretty sure he was butt ass naked in the car.
He was definitely
Yeah.
naked. I just don't remember him jerking, but I didn't look that long.
Yeah, I mean,
either,
the story
so-
might have developed, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But
in
yeah,
my
he was
mind,
definitely totally naked and like not the pants, just at the ankles.
Yeah.
It looked like he was just completely like got in the car like that.
yeah.
And I don't remember him looking over like trying to be an exhibitionist or anything. He was just in his own world driving and just you know.
What if he had like a crazy bodysuit on and we just got fooled?
Yeah, and he was scratching his leg.
Yeah, and it was actually like a nude bodysuit.
Well, here's my story. I was like at a hockey camp one summer up
This-
in Duluth.
In high school?
Yeah, in high school.
Jeez.
And I had to drop my dad off at work he started work at 4 a.m, so I drop him off. I'm driving up there to hockey camp, and I'm like
5 a.m.
falling asleep driving through Duluth with all the hills. So I cranked the radio, I rolled down all the windows, and it's freezing cold outside. I'm still like falling asleep. I'm like, I'm gonna die. I gotta get there.
Jeez.
So what's gonna keep me awake? Maybe I'll try jerking off or something. Didn't I mean I guess it worked because I got there, but
Yeah.
I just remember thinking this is not working either.
Yeah, I used to, well, just like 4 years ago during the pandemic, I used to jerk after A&W. Just
On the way home,
Yeah.
you couldn't wait till you got home.
No. Sometimes I couldn't.
Yes.
Um,
So this was like multiple times.
I think I've done it multiple times.
Dang.
Going up north, I still sometimes do it. But I like to pull over I do it then. Like, I don't know. You just like get horny and you gotta just finish it quick.
I guess I've never gotten that horny before. I had to pull over.
I guess I gotta check my testosterone 'cause it's never.
It doesn't really happen anymore, but a couple years ago it would be a lot. So, but there's one specific time I remember where this person was following me, but I knew who it was.
Yeah.
And I knew I didn't want to do anything with this person that night. So instead I jerked off while she was following me home. Well, right behind me the whole time.
What did that do?
Huh?
What did that do?
What? Well, so that way I knew, like,
Oh, so that you wouldn't do anything with them?
yeah,
So you're not
like to resist. So, like, she's in my mirror, like, literally right behind me, and I'm just fucking pounding my hammer, and she didn't.
Trying to get one out so that
She
you
never even noticed. Oh, I got one out, and it went everywhere.
Get rid of that evil.
Yeah, all over my seat. I think my car seat still has the stain.
Jesus.
What?
I gotta have my car clean, so maybe that's somewhat in my psyche too. Why I don't do it in my car.
Yeah. But yeah, sometimes when I go up north, I go to like lakes, like access of a lake where there's nobody around up north, so just
So what, you carry coconut oil around with you everywhere, or you're just dry ripping it?
I just spit in my hand.
Okay.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
It's not like I'm doing it all the time. I've done it before. Is all I'm saying. You know.
Yeah.
Like you probably yerked in your deer stand.
No.
Really?
Huh.
Dang, you guys gotta try it. It's awesome.
Right out in the middle of nowhere.
My deer stand is enclosed.
So neither's mine.
So you're still in the middle of the.
Yeah, it's fucking like -20. You just got to get one out in like 30 seconds, and you're done.
And you just go right off the side of the stand?
Oh, the one time I got down, the other time I did, yeah.
Jeez.
There's a trophy buck right to the left of TJ's.
But that's like 2018, you know. I haven't done that since. So
What was that, 7
it
years
was
ago?
like the height of.
Nothing.
Yeah, you're 20 years old.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
You guys might not deer hunt as much, so you wouldn't really have the chance to do that either. But
I mean,
I was so friggin' bored. Like,
I'm just
too
cold.
My brother's friend tells me to fucking watch porn if you get bored. You just put the earbuds in and watch porn.
why not watch anything else?
So why not watch porn?
I don't know. So
Porn's
you don't have
awesome.
to jerk off on the deer stand?
It's part of the fun, man.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I
Jerked
mean,
off on my boat. Boat.
Oh,
Like fishing
you put it on your hook?
and got the fish hook stuck in my cock.
Sounding with a fish hook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's most of the good. Well, how about this? Describe your Epstein Island.
God.
You get your own island. You can do anything you want out there. What would it be?
Oh, so it's not like
No, it's not.
Epstein
It's not
related,
kids.
really.
I mean,
Just
unless
call it. You should have called it Fantasy Island.
Epstein
Island.
I don't know. Because you can invite people out to it.
Just
create your own
Fantasy
Epstein Island of
Alright.
illegalness.
Fantasy Island.
Okay.
Yeah.
That kind of ruins. That makes it too broad. I'm saying like pick one good cool thing for your island. Like for Epstein, it was children, right?
Yeah.
So what is yours? Get to go out there and do this one.
Well, you could have just said pick the theme of your fantasy island.
Okay, I didn't
Come
put that
on.
much
Come
thought
on,
into
host.
it.
Yeah.
So it's like
Describe your Epstein Island.
it's like you say, hey, everybody, come on, hop on my private jet. We're going out to my island where we're gonna do this thing. Okay.
Oh, okay.
You know, do you populate it with deer and you all go up in your deer stands and jerk off, or
Come up to my jerk island.
yeah?
Take a bunch of bloody shits afterwards.
Do you hunt people? Do you? Let's say it's a holodeck situation. Holodeck island.
What the fuck is that?
We were just talking about it last time.
Holodeck?
Holodeck, like hologram. So it's like none of it's real.
Oh, okay.
So if you wanted to, skin Chris alive, you could. He has no idea what's going on. You can do it as many times as you want, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. On my own island.
Yeah.
That's kind of a hard question.
Yeah, I can skip it.
No, don't skip it. But
Just gotta think about it.
yeah. I mean, the first thing that came to my mind, I guess, is like a sweet hockey rink
Yeah.
or something
Yeah,
like that. But
Well,
I'm thinking island. I'm thinking it's not going to be. I guess it's fantasy.
It's
So
fantasy island.
yeah, it's all artificial ice.
It could be an island in the middle of the Arctic too. So
Yeah.
it's nice and
It'd be
cold.
1,000 naked women in there.
I mean,
But
like a hockey rink in like the wilderness with like wolves and shit on the outside. It'd be kind
Ooh.
of sick.
Yeah.
Polar bears and stuff.
Yeah.
You just said Antarctica or whatever. So,
So yeah, anytime you guys want to play hockey, just hop on the private jet. You go out there and you got your own
got like
hockey island.
and it's got fans. There's tons of fans and
They're
under the-
trapped out there. Yeah.
under the bright lights and
It's super high elevation.
you roll up in your yacht
Yeah.
and,
And they have to watch you
Yeah.
play and cheer every time you score.
and suck my cock. Just imagine like just ripping it out on the ice and then you just go take the jet skis out on
Yeah.
the fucking ocean. That'd be
Yeah.
pretty sick. I don't know.
Yeah, that's not bad. I'm trying to think of one specific thing.
Like,
that I
it's
like.
got to be like your favorite thing, whatever
Yeah.
your favorite thing is. I don't know.
I mean,
It's really hard to
hockey's
choose just one thing, but
hockey's not bad. I almost have it like more boot hockey
Yeah.
rather than real hockey, because then you can invite like Chris and people that
don't know how to skate really.
Yeah, everyone's on the same. Everyone's on the same level then.
That's what
Yeah.
makes boot hockey the most fun,
Yeah.
because anybody can come play.
Yeah, you don't have to be good.
Yeah.
You barely even have to know how to like pass and shoot.
I guess I was just picturing like everyone being good, like an NHL game kind of thing.
Or something like paintball, and as gay as that is, or airsoft.
Yeah.
Go out there and have
Wiffle ball.
wiffle. Yeah, wiffle ball might be good too.
Wiffle ball.
Have like pretzel bars and all that stuff.
Your
around it.
dream wiffle ball stadium
Yeah.
going with wolves and shit around there.
Wolves. Wolves around the wiffle ball
A
stadium.
wolf-infested island.
I mean,
Yeah,
that sounds pretty cool. Go play wiffle ball around a bunch of wolves.
yeah.
Somebody hits it over the fence, you gotta go get the ball.
Yeah.
It's a fantasy island, but there's still only one wiffle ball, so
Yeah.
you gotta go get it.
They spent the whole budget on wolves.
Fight off the wolves.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. I also thought like amusement park maybe or something.
Yeah, I don't really like
but
amusement parks, so.
yeah, it seemed kind of too obvious to say that too.
I feel like that would get old. Playing like a game, like you invite different people every time, but you can go on the same roller coaster every time.
So none of you are doing prostitutes.
That wasn't bad.
I mean, that's like the obvious answer,
Yeah.
Go have free sex
Right.
anytime.
Brothel after brothel, Jesus.
We gotta get some better fans in here, jeez.
Just gonna go like this.
We got a breeze coming through here.
Open up the freaking little crawl space. Get some
Oh,
air in
yeah.
there.
That's locked. Jeez.
Oh my god. This is a pretty good one with farts though.
Yeah, it is. This is what I'm dropping every morning in the weight room.
So we're all going sports basically.
Yeah, I mean, the idea of Epstein Island is you get a bunch of buddies together and go out there. If it's your own island, then yeah, you go with the,
You have like a little mini
1,000
theater.
women.
You have a little mini theater, so you can either watch movies, watch TV.
Yeah, just have all sorts of stuff. You got the hockey rink, then you got the game room for all your boys, and you play ping pong and all that shit.
Sure, if you include all that in the stadium,
Yeah, that's what I'm
you gotta
saying.
keep with the one theme.
Oh, so you only get the hockey
Yeah, you
rink
can't
and that's
say
it?
amusement park on this side and this and that and this and that.
I was just thinking like NHL stadiums, they do have that shit. They got their own game rooms and all that.
Yeah.
And their own locker room and all that shit where you can just be boys.
Jeez, it stinks in here.
Dude,
I think the central theme is some sort of sports, though.
Yeah, because that's what you and your buddies do. You fly out to the island, you play sports, hang out.
or we could just have this sweet ass podcast on that.
Yeah. You go out to the island and it's this little tiny room.
Welcome.
We got foldable chairs.
full and some old foam nailed to the wall.
Spared no expense on Podcast Island.
And the door closes via magnet connected to a nail.
Yeah.
Screw.
The door is made out of, what is that, 27 pieces of wood screwed
And it
together.
smells like absolute shit in here. So.
Not on
God,
Fantasy
dude.
Island.
I wish Chris was here for that one. He probably would have left by now. Sora needs to get out.
Yeah, he would have been sitting
Yeah.
so close.
It's just leaking out onto him. Oh man.
I would have gotten up and pretended to look at something
It's
else.
just sitting there too, dude. Oh my god.
Oh, what's that say again?
Get these 16 minutes over with.
He would have definitely left.
Yeah.
If you
Especially if I farted in his face.
in his mouth.
God, that is so bad, man.
Alright, I got some good would you
Chris
rathers.
dances naked. Oh,
No, that's part of the other one. So, would you rather you're laying on your back, there's a razor blade fan above you, and you're looking at Sydney Sweeney, dancing around naked. You can't get a boner, or the razor blade fan is going to chop it off. Or you're standing there with an erection, and there's a laser right underneath you, and you're looking at Chris dancing naked. Okay, so you either have to prevent it or keep it. Is it easier to keep it looking at Chris dancing around naked?
I can't touch it or anything.
Chris, you can't touch Chris.
No, I can't touch myself.
Oh no, you can't touch yourself.
Oh jeez.
So can you stay hard looking at Chris dancing around trying to arouse you, or
No.
is it easier to,
Get my
not...
cock chopped off? That's so sweet.
Yeah, you're looking at her dancing around trying to seduce you.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Can you not get an erection to get a
Without
charge?
touching it? Yeah, I probably could.
You could prevent it?
I think.
Really?
She's dancing around naked?
Yeah.
That's not going to turn me
She's,
on.
she's trying to.
I had to take my one deep breath for the next 5 minutes. I think if I can't...
Just pretend you're in this
God,
room
I'm in this...
rancid farts and you're not gonna get aroused.
Yeah, true. Just think of that one time Thomas and Tony gassed me out for 30 minutes straight.
Oh yeah, they're cooking now.
Thomas's are really bad.
Yeah.
Where did those come from?
I don't know.
Chick-fil-A sauce.
It's obviously not the whey protein, because I didn't have
We
any
just
today.
ate. You think that's what it was, or it's just pushing it out finally?
Trying to think what I had. I had eggs for breakfast. I had...
So she's dancing sexy.
Yeah, she's her main goal is to, both of their goals is to
How long
arouse
has it
you.
been since I last had a nut?
Let's just say it's now. Whatever you're put in that situation right now.
So it's been 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys thought I went to the bathroom. I think I could do it. I think I could watch her dance naked and not without touching myself. Yeah, and she's not gonna touch me either.
No, but I mean, she's sitting there,
Really?
shaking it around at you.
Really?
I don't know.
I think I could do it. Honestly,
Not even an
I
inch?
couldn't look at Chris and stay hard. There's no way. I'm thinking of that scenario. That's
You just distract yourself.
Yeah.
From her.
Yeah. Just close my eyes.
Yeah, I think that's probably the right answer. Tell yourself that you're related to her or
Right,
something.
well, it's not the right answer to watch Chris dance naked. So
Well, yeah.
there's
you
a
can't-
laser. Well, what's the laser do? Just slice it right off too.
Yeah, as soon as it starts drooping, it starts getting cut.
I don't think the fan blade would cut it too. It would just slap
Yeah,
it
well,
10
in
feet.
this
No, it's
scenario,
a razor
it's
blade.
a chainsaw.
Yeah, whatever it is that.
It's immediately gonna slice it right off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if it was
So-
a fan, it would just break.
So you think it's harder to prevent? Than
How
keep
far
going?
away is the fan? Like I'd have to be fully erect to get cut, or just partially, or you know what I'm saying? I might get a chub, but I don't think I can get full on without touching it.
So maybe you just lose the.
We're getting serious here.
Yeah, you just lose the skin out of the.
Oh, because I have to be full on to.
Yeah,
For
the
the
higher
hit
it
it?
goes, the more it cuts off.
Oh, I see. So yeah, I might just slice the top layer.
Yeah.
Cheese grate it.
All right.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know.
It was a little easier than I thought.
Yeah, no, I mean, what do you mean? I'm not gonna watch Chris dance naked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Easier.
Yeah.
That's way easier.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather be blind for the next year or deaf for the next 5 years?
I feel like we've done this one kind of.
Have we?
Well,
There's plenty
sort
of
of.
deaf and blind ones, but
deaf for what now?
deaf for 5 years or blind for the next year? Can you go 5 years without hearing anything, or are you gonna go 1 year without seeing anything?
Jeez. I just like the way the 1 year sounds.
I know it's.
Put me in a coma.
Or without your sense of smell for the next 10 minutes.
Put me in a coma for a year and then get me out of there. I don't know.
God damn.
Yeah. We feed this guy some more pretzels and fucking.
I mean, I don't know what you're complaining about. It's lingering over here longer than it is over there.
I got a good question for that.
Well,
too.
it's your own fart though.
I know, so it doesn't make it any better.
I'm just breathing in a fucking sewer over here. Yeah. I don't know, dude. Oh my god, man. Those are fucking brutal. We need to get that recipe, whatever that is, for all of us. Besides Chris.
Yeah.
All three of us just gas Chris out. From every direction. Make Chris sit in the middle. Yeah, I don't know. Blind for 1 year sounds better to me.
That's thinking what I'm doing is blind
But-
for a year.
Or deaf for
Because then it's just then you're just back to normal.
Yep.
Yeah.
5 years without hearing anything.
Yeah, I'd go blind for a year.
You can't like Can you drive if you're deaf? Yeah, you must be able to.
Yeah.
You can do everything.
You can pretty
Can
much
you
do
walk?
everything. You just can't like talk to anyone, listen to music.
No,
Yeah,
lot of
see, I thought about listening to music and like working out, but how do you work
you'd
out
be
when you're
so
blind?
bored.
A lot of deaf people just read lips, so you can still have a conversation.
Can you learn to read lips in 5 years?
Probably.
Yeah, probably actually. If
Yeah,
you
but the
really
first
want.
few years is gonna suck though.
But you
I
can't
think-
go work out.
I
or
think
anything if
get
you're
the
blind
blind
either.
year over with because it's gonna be so great when it comes back.
Yeah.
And then
True.
and then TJ's sitting there deaf for 4 more years. So
Yeah, you're blind. You're not blind anymore, and you can watch Chris dance naked.
Yeah.
so.
You can live way more normally deaf.
Yeah.
The fact that it's 5
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, I think
that's why I wrote
blind
that.
1 year. I was written great. Wow. Yeah, really a great one.
I had one. Maybe it's on the genies, but
Would you rather smell Thomas's farts for 5 minutes or Tony's farts for 1 minute?
it's like that. Let me see where it is.
It's like that.
It's like, would you rather your farts reek? They're horrible, but everyone else's smell incredible. That's
So like Thomas's would smell good.
yeah. Ours would smell good to you, but if you farted, it would reek. Would you take that?
I mean, I feel like I feel like
Would
that's easy.
Think so? So
Just-
your own farts smell like other people's. They're disgusting, and you have to.
Oh,
walk
so
out
I'm
there.
not like used to it really.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
So
you
when
know how like
Yeah,
his own fart, it doesn't
yeah.
reek
Every
as bad
time
as
you fart, it
doesn't
smells like
affect
that.
him like it does us.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, but my fart would affect me.
Yeah. But everyone else's.
I'm just holding them in or trying to,
Yeah.
and then letting them absolutely explode in the bathroom or
They
something.
smell that bad to everyone.
No, just
No.
to TJ. So
Oh,
his
okay.
farts reek. He's got, they're
And
disgusting.
then your farts smell good to me.
Yeah, they smell good.
Oh.
So when you fart, TJ's like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Would you do that, or what? That's basically the question?
Yeah, like the genie says he'll give you this gift.
Oh,
Do you
that
take
should
it?
mean it was repulsive to everyone else.
No.
So if you ever let one go in public, people just shun you.
Yeah. I mean, I do. I get shunned. Yeah,
What do
I
you
think
think?
I would take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm just holding mine in.
Yeah, I don't think I do, because I'm sitting at home all day farting, and it smells like there's other people in the room farting, like right underneath me. How often am I in a situation like this where you guys are ripping them, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's great.
That's true.
You're with yourself a lot more than you're with other people. At least I am.
Yeah. It depends on your situation, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine you work with somebody who's just absolutely rancid every day.
Yeah.
Like imagine Thomas has a workout buddy and the dude just smells his farts every day.
Yeah. Then you take it. But
So.
how about
But
this?
like I said, I could just hold mine in and never fart. So then I just smell great farts and I never smell my own anyway. Ever.
You gotta hold it in for a long time then.
But I just let it explode in the bathroom and then I will run out.
Sure, if that's how you want to live your life. Just
I mean,
to be able to smell other
I
people's
gotta do that
farts.
around chicks anyway.
It's
Fuck's the
basically how I
difference?
live my life right now. I never
Yeah.
fart and then sit in my own, except right now.
Yeah.
This was a good one for Chris. TJ comes in your butt once a week, but you have a full head of hair. Do you accept? Do you think he would?
No.
No, there's no way.
What about once a year? Do you think he would?
No. Why do you think
Really?
he's going bald? He is bald.
Yeah, he told me he's going to shave his head bald.
He's actually going to?
Yeah, he's going to grow out his beard and then shave bald.
No, he's not.
That's what he told me.
That's the look too.
Yeah.
Bald with a beard is
Yeah,
the
that's
look.
what he's like. He doesn't want to be bald without a beard. So he's
But
gonna grow his
5'7",
beard.
140, and a ginger with a small cock. Shout out Chris.
How about this? A genie will turn you 77 years old right now. He snaps his finger and you're 77. But he puts into your brain 77 years of memory, or however many years of like an incredible life. So it feels as though you've lived this amazing life. Do you accept that? Or do you roll the dice and, live the next 50 years and hope that it is as good as the genie?
I'm aware that it's all a lie.
No.
No, you think you've had a very good life.
Yeah.
Like, well, what's very good, I guess? Multi-millionaire.
Whatever you want. Yeah. Let's say you were.
Percenter,
You were a millionaire and you had 40 wives and
you were
you
a
have
professional athlete or something like that.
Yep, something like
I'm
that.
probably doing that, yeah.
Think so?
Especially like professional athlete.
Give up your actual life for
I'm not going to
If I don't know the difference.
yeah.
Yeah, if I'm not going to be a professional athlete in anything now unless I go pro boxing. But everyone knows Chris would be a pro boxer, so like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, what sport could I go pro in nowadays? Right now, I'm 28.
This is like kind of like the Matrix, though. You plug yourself in and lie and be happy,
I
or
want to be like Cypher.
yeah,
I know this steak isn't real.
exactly. So you're gonna take it, you think?
What do you mean plug yourself in and lie?
Well, it's like in the Matrix, none of it's real. Have you seen the movie?
No,
You've never seen The Matrix?
I don't think so. But I mean, I know what that means. But
Yeah.
like,
It's like they plug themselves into the computer, and the computer makes this whole world for them. It's not real because they're just
Yeah.
laying there plugged in.
There's a guy who chooses to go back into the simulation because he's like, I know it's not real, but it's better than the real world.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what you're doing is you're giving up your actual life to be an old man, but you're like, man, I had a great life.
yeah, you wouldn't do that. You don't think?
I mean, my life is pretty great, so probably
I'm
not.
not saying my life's bad. I'm just.
Yeah.
I was
No, but
thinking,
yeah,
like,
to be a
geez,
billionaire. I
Professional.
mean, it seems like an
athlete,
obvious answer, but
living in the freaking Bahamas or something.
I mean, you don't really get to enjoy it. You just get to, oh yeah, that was great. And then
Yeah,
that's
but
it. And then you're 77
you in
years
this
old.
current
with-
moment right now are thinking, in the past, I had a
Yeah.
pretty good life. You're not thinking about this exact moment.
You're also 77 years old, and your body probably hurts, and you're
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You're
My
going to be
body hurts from
77 at
smelly
some
farts.
point, anyways.
yeah.
Either way, you're gonna look back and say the same thing, or maybe
Maybe
not.
not. Yeah, maybe you don't take
This is a
and then-
guaranteed. Geez, I had a great life.
That's the thing. Yeah.
That
Do you
was
guarantee yourself pretty much a good life
Yeah.
or no?
What's my situation at 77? Am I a 77-year-old homeless guy looking
Yeah.
back on a
No,
great
no,
life?
that's what I'm saying. You're a billionaire with a. You were an ex-NHL player. You had
Oh, okay.
40 wives or whatever Tom
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's what I mean. It would depend on what.
I mean,
what a
it's
good.
kind of like,
What's a good life really? What does that mean?
yeah, it's kind of like you're waking up from a coma, but you're in the most incredible position. Like you
Yeah,
just
I think I
woke
might
up.
take it.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You taking it?
I mean, it seems like the obvious answer. I feel like I wouldn't. I mean, if I'm not in my current situation, then yeah,
It was
probably.
just like- that's it. So you wouldn't?
I don't think so.
You
Not in my
think-
not in my current situation.
Yeah, but like, what's your dream? What would be your like dream job?
I don't really have one.
You never had one really.
Oh, I don't know. I'd just be like.
Imagine you were in the St. Paul Fire Department for 10
That would
years
not
now.
be my dream job. No.
Well, whatever, but I don't freaking know. I'm trying to think.
Hoisting fat guys downstairs and stabbing people with a can.
Dressing mannequins used to collect the. I don't know what you're fucking.
Dressing. Oh, all the mannequins. Yeah.
All-time dream job?
Yeah,
That's
just like be an artist or something where I don't have to work.
That's a good
That's what I
question
mean.
in and of
But
itself.
are you gonna
Yeah.
do that right now? Like
No, but I'm
you think
thinking
you can your life into
like
the
my life
future
right
you
now,
can-
raising my kids and like enjoying my
top
life.
it?
That's kind of hard to beat. Like, I'm sure the genie would put in that I was a great dad and then made a bunch of money, which I probably
Yeah.
won't do. So it's like yes, but
Which I probably won't be a great dad. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying like right now consciously I wouldn't do that because I know it wouldn't be.
Sorry,
right.
Henry. It's 3 a.m. I gotta eat 3 fried beans for the
Yeah.
podcast tomorrow.
Play with me, Dad.
Yeah, Dad, I can't sleep.
My,
Go to bed, kid.
my ideal situation would be where the refried beans worked and I was blowing you out of the room right now.
Yeah, it's that Thomas is.
Yeah.
Not really blowing you out of the room.
No,
I'm gassing you out of the room.
Dude, 2 of those were almost gag like. That was bad.
Here's a similar
The
question.
one was really bad.
There's a 10, right? Beautiful woman. It's how a lot of these start out. There's a 10.
But she has Chris's face.
No, but as soon as you start having sex with her, she turns 98 years old. As soon as you finish and you're done, it's back into a 10.
So she still has the 10 body. Oh no, she's 98. So
Yeah,
now she's
I mean a 98-year-old 10. If you think of it that way,
that does
but
not exist.
so she's with you 24 hours a day, and she's beautiful, and you love her, all this kind of stuff.
Mhm.
But it's for those 4 strokes that you do in her, she's
Kinda
98.
comfy. Put it right in my head. So it's just like, am I doing it or not? Kind
Yeah.
of question.
Yep.
Hmm. She's 98.
Yeah.
It's just salami down there.
A 98-year-old 10.
It's perfect, and then you start, and it just turns into complete just salami.
Yeah. I mean, you can close your eyes and pretend it's still her. Because you've been with her
So
all day.
everything changes. Her whole body changes because she
Yeah.
went into 10.
I mean, you can still recognize that it's her, just 98 years old.
But she doesn't have the same boobs or anything.
Yeah, no, they're all flapping
Ah,
all over.
So basically, you're banging a 98-year-old. So I think I'm passing. I think I pass on that.
Yeah, I think I pass as well.
What the fuck? How did I not think of that sooner?
Yeah, basically the question is, TJ, would you have sex with a 98-year-old?
Yeah, but you're dating a 10. Yeah,
It took you a while.
yeah, it did.
All right.
Kind of easier.
Here's a couple good ones. Genie says he'll double your cock size, but the erections last, let's say, 5 hours.
Jeez.
So you get permanently damaged every time.
Permanently damaged?
If your erection lasts more than 4 hours.
Oh,
Get
really?
a heart attack. Like that one dude that died from his cock being so hard for so long.
Oh, really? Well, let's say it's right
You
up
don't
to
remember
the...
that big black dude? That's how he died.
Hmm.
That meme? He was the meme.
Oh, really?
That's what I heard. Maybe that was a lie.
Yeah, it probably was a lie.
Yeah, what was his name?
I don't remember.
Not Big Roy or something.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know how that even started, but
People made up a lot of...
yeah, people
Fake
probably
stories.
just made that up. Yeah.
Would you do it? 5 hours every single time?
Well, so what happens after 4 hours? You get.
Let's
like,
just say
actual-
that's negligible.
Oh.
You're fine. You've got a massive
Well, I would
full-on
like to know
erection.
though, what happens after 4 hours. You know.
I think it's just like,
It's tough on your heart.
yeah, I think it's tough on your heart.
It's just like if you jerk off, 8 times in a day, you can tip over.
Yeah,
That's
there's
why
like
I
a kid
tip
who
over all the time.
there's a kid in Japan who died or something.
Was it 16 times? It was something really excessive.
Just a,
That's insane.
How about that? What's your limit for the
A
day?
world
What's
record
your
gooner.
record?
I think 7.
I feel like I'm maybe a little below that. I'm probably around 5 or something in a day. 24 hours.
Sometimes I do 4, like on the regular.
What do you mean on the regular?
Like,
Back to back?
No, just like like this week. I think I did 3 before noon and got 4 in on a day off.
quick bang this out, get it out of the way.
It's like a rule: 3 before noon. I'm not kidding either. Sometimes I have days like that. Yes,
Yeah.
you're married, so you. probably
Yeah,
don't.
that's what I keep forgetting. You live alone
Mhm.
and you're not dating anyone. So what
It's
else
all-
are you gonna do?
Right, it was a day off, and I woke up.
Yeah.
I woke up feeling it, and then
And then
Never-
you felt it if you.
you never have it where it's like you want to go back to back.
What did you wake up at 11?
Yeah. No, probably like 8 or something. But you never had it where you get one out and you feel like you got to go back to back, like again. You ever had that?
No, I mean right in the middle of it, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go 2-3 times, and then you're like, I'm good.
Yeah. See, I go back to back a lot.
Dang.
Kind of weird.
Stack it up. As you get older, the refractory period is.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
me and TJ are the same age though.
Yeah.
That's true.
Refractory period.
Like,
once you do
recharge
it, you're
time.
like, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Then some days, the next day, I could have done it once or 0.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just.
I only do it 2 times the next day.
I think I got 7. Just a couple. I think it was during the pandemic, actually.
7 in one day.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do.
Yeah.
I remember it too. I remember who I was yerking to and everything.
Dang.
Yes, but I mean, I feel like 7 wasn't a lot. I think Chris's is 9.
Yeah,
I'm not
probably.
kidding. I think it's 9.
You think so?
I
Yeah,
think he's
I
told me
guess.
that.
Yeah. He's home, no job for what, 4 months at a time?
Yeah, but he has hinders like, Chris, lunch is ready. You know what I mean?
Which, do they make lunch for him?
Well, dinner.
Oh.
A lot. They
Nice.
call him. But that's the question. How many times you've yerked in a day?
No, I just came up with that. What was the question that I did ask?
Is it
Oh,
dilating?
double your cock size but the erections last 5 hours.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So it's like you got double the length, but
Wait, Thomas never answered how many times he's got.
yeah, what's your limit?
It's probably more than 7.
In a row?
No, not in a row, just within
Oh,
a 24-hour
In a
period.
day.
Oh, okay.
Like, what would be your limit?
What?
Or what was your limit?
I guess I've never
From
truly
waking up to go to bed, you never
pushed it to the limit.
You never pushed it?
No, past the point of.
For
no
me,
return.
it's like you get to 5 and it's like starting to hurt. It's not really that fun.
I mean,
I
that's
think maybe 4.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's usually everyone's
That's me on the
around.
regular.
I'm not a top tier gooner though.
Yeah, so that Japanese kid who did it, like, I want to say it was like 16 times. That's
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, that's like every hour you're doing it.
I remember usually like the third one is like the best one for me. But then the fourth one, like you said,
Yeah.
it hurts a little bit and you're barely shooting anything.
Yeah.
The fifth one, it's starting to hurt, but it also is like a feels good kind of hurt. You didn't have that really or not?
I mean, I don't remember it in that much.
I just remember after the seventh one, I was like, dude, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
And I was like exhausted.
Yeah.
And you're just shooting like little pebbles.
Pebbles.
And that's it. It's like, what was the point of that? You know? So,
Yeah.
but you get the blood to the area, it's so hard to stop sometimes. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd say probably
But yeah.
4.
Okay, so double cock size, but erections last 5 hours.
So what I'm saying is you've got this giant, erection.
Huge cock and huge erection. For a
Yeah,
long
so it's
time.
like you can't do anything for the next 5 hours because what are you going to walk around with it, sticking out?
Oh, yeah, I see.
And it's giant.
So you
Yeah.
can't get rid of it no matter what.
Yeah.
But
So I mean,
it
there's
says double cock size. I'm only going to 4 inches. Then
well,
anyway.
yeah, I guess, but
So you can
it's
time this out whenever, though. You can just say, I'm going to be in bed for the next 5 hours.
But then you won't be able to sleep.
yeah.
You're gonna sleep with a
I mean, if you're
huge
going to sit there and
erection.
watch TV,
Oh, pitching a
Well, I'd
tent.
sleep on my back. I don't know.
Yeah, the blanket's just piled up.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm doing that. I don't need to get double. I'm already
really?
2 is good. 2 inches is good enough.
Alright. Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't do it just because that's 5 hours that you're
Yeah.
like throwing.
Jeez,
away.
I'm gonna beat the record then. For sure. That's what I mean. You can't get rid of it. You can't just constantly pound your meat until it goes away.
Yeah,
Like
you can't do that.
try to do it for 2 hours.
Just lay in bed for 5 hours. Yeah, who cares if I'm pitching a 10?
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
5 hours. That's just wasted.
A 5-hour nap. If I plan it out
There's no way you're
correctly-
gonna be able to sleep with that though. You can't take a nap.
You sure?
There's no way. Not with a. You can sleep with a boner. I guess if you wake up with one. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I guess.
I have one written down. Where is it? Every time TJ comes, it appears in Chris's pocket. Would you do that?
What does that even mean? So I came
It's-
at my house. And
Yeah,
then
it's
all
like
of a sudden,
it's like a ghost load, but then you get a call from Chris. Hey, I just reached
Wait,
in
what
my
was a
pocket.
ghost load again? What did you call it? Didn't you say that about a
No,
shit?
he said
No,
yeah.
that was a ghost dump.
Oh,
ghost
A
load is
ghost
you.
load is when you orgasm but nothing comes out.
Yeah,
Oh, so my 7th time, basically.
yeah, it's that, but it's every single time, and every single time it appears in Chris's pocket.
He's walking down the street with his hands in his pocket and all of a sudden,
It's just
Yeah.
sticky.
Will you do that just to like?
Just to fuck with them?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I'd probably beat my record just so I could fuck with Chris.
get his schedule,
Yeah.
time it out.
Yeah, do it when he's right on the roof. Oh, geez, gotta check my phone.
This was a really good one, I thought. So you have 50 days. You can pick any 50 women. Okay. So,
Okay.
or you just pick the same woman 50 times in a row. But then after that, you spend the rest of your life in a wheelchair. No.
Homie.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
No what?
Homie.
That nurse that beat off the
Oh,
disabled
geez,
guy.
yeah, okay.
So
Beat him
do you
up.
go 50 days with any woman and they're so super into it? 50 days. Is that worth the rest of your life in a chair?
50 days with 50 women and they love it. And they love it.
So I'm saying they're super into it. You got 24 hours with them.
But you're in
And
a
then the
chair
next
for the
day,
rest.
you can pick someone else, or
They
you
love it.
or you get them back.
But I only get 50 days and I'm in a chair for life?
Yep.
Nah.
No?
15 consecutive days?
Yeah, you can't space it out.
Oh, okay.
I can't space out. Yeah, you're going to be shooting nothing at the end. A week in.
You're fully recharged at the end of the day. This is some fantasy situation.
You're eating steak and everything just fully recharged.
Yep.
Oh, so you could bang any 50 though.
Exactly.
Your roster
You-
could be
yeah.
anybody.
You pick up a roster of 50, maybe have a couple doubles in there.
Sydney Sweeney, you got to go at least a couple times.
Yeah,
a
you
couple
circle
days.
circle back to her at the end too for a cleanup.
last.
Yeah. I mean, is that worth it?
Not being in a wheelchair. Nah.
No.
Worth it.
What if you extend it to a full year? Is that
Every
worth it?
single day for a full year. At the
Yeah.
end of it, you fucking are just shredded because you're just having sex so much.
I don't think I'm doing
There's
it.
no.
I don't think anything can beat like being in a wheelchair.
Okay, maybe that's too much of a consequence. How about you're never permitted to?
I think you can't have sex after that or something.
How about you just can't jerk off after that?
Oh, jeez, that's worse. Oh, you can have sex?
Yeah, sure.
Can she jerk you off?
Who?
Whoever.
Let's say it's 100 days, 100 women, and after that, you can never jerk off again.
But a girl could jerk you off?
Sure.
Jeez. I don't think I could do that, like, mentally.
No?
I live by myself, man. Open up the shades.
Yeah, but you just had 100 days with 100 women. Should that be
when
enough?
that's over.
Doesn't matter. In 2 weeks, or a couple days later, I'm gonna be ready again.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I don't think I would.
All right. Yeah, I thought that would be more of a...
What, you think you could, Tony?
What?
You think you could 100 women?
And
100
then
days
no
and
jerking
then
off?
never-
No, that'd be torture.
Yeah.
Because you'd just be thinking about those 100 days.
Yeah. What a glorious 100 days.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
that's
my
what-
life is over.
That's what I was thinking is you'd go out with a big bang and then you're like, no, that was worth it.
Again, can I time it? Can it be the last 100 days that I'm alive?
So you're an old man.
Yeah, so I'm 89 years old. I can
Popping
pick.
pills.
I can pick whoever I want. The last 100 days of my life, and then I die on that 100th day.
Yeah, I mean,
Term-
Go out
Terminally
with a
ill.
bang.
I don't know why you would want to wait until you're 89 instead of when you're a young man.
You know, what if I'm?
Terminally ill, banging a 10 with Chris's face on it.
Yeah, you just pick Chris.
Yeah. I don't think I could do that. Just no jerking off ever
Yeah.
again. Now, what if you're like 60s? You know, it depends on your age. Right now, I couldn't do that. Maybe when you're 60, I don't think.
Again, could I time it out when I'm 50?
We think our dads are jerking off? Probably not.
I have my 100 days in my
While they're
50s, and then
driving.
I turn 60, and then I can.
Yeah.
I just can't be
Yeah.
an old man jorking it.
Mm-hmm. I will do one more. You can do a 10, but Chris has to be jerking off.
God, man.
But Chris has to be jerking off in the room with you.
So it's essentially the same kind of question as last time.
But Chris has to be
But he's
jerking off.
watching. He's the cuck this time.
Yeah, Chris is the cuck in the situation.
Is he sitting in the chair?
Yeah, we're in a hotel room and he's sitting in the chair, yerking.
He's pretty close to you.
Oh my God! Let's answer this one real quick. So yeah, basically like a hotel room. You know, they have the chair right there, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hurry up.
Yeah, answer it quick.
Fuck, I forgot the question.
You can do the 10.
Oh, but Chris
Chris-
is jerking off. Do I have
Yeah.
to look at him and stuff?
I mean, he's right there.
I would be able to not look.
You think so?
I think so, yeah.
You're taking the 10 and letting Chris breathe
Well,
down your
because if you breathe on your neck, it's not like that.
neck. Yeah, he's getting up close. He's getting real
Oh,
nice.
he's like watching. Like,
Yeah,
right?
he's
like staring at you. Like,
Yeah,
"Geez,
He's
look at
into
this."
it. This is his fantasy too.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Chris wrote this question.
Did he? If he was like getting up my face, like yeah, I don't know if I could do with that.
He's got one leg up on the bed. He's right in front of you.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, harder, TJ. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. If he was doing all that, no way.
No.
Now, if he's just jerking in the corner like he normally does, then I could do it. You know.
Alright.
But like I was just picturing like a hotel bed, you know, and then they got the love seat.
Well,
over
yeah. I
there.
mean, if you can completely ignore him,
And he's just
then you just get a
making a
free
little
10.
movement. So it's not like I have like a giant peripheral of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but if he's
No.
like on the bed, yeah, TJ, yeah, no way. Like, dude, what the fuck is wrong
Yeah,
with you?
that'd be way too distracting.
Yeah. Are you guys doing it? If he's just over there, just like,
I mean, yeah, if he's back
Playing
there
the
and I can
violin?
ignore Yeah.
I don't think I could ignore him being in the room.
Or you can even ignore him in the corner.
yeah, you just.
I feel like I would know he's there, and I just kept.
Yeah, but you've
It's
got
like
it
your
on my
dream
shoulder.
chick.
yeah, you've got Sydney Sweeney on the bed.
Sydney Sweeney.
And she loves it.
This is the- yeah.
I think she's just gonna be the go-to until we figure out someone else. Who is the other one? Sophie Rain? Is that it?
Yeah, but I don't think she's.
Oh,
hot.
Sydney Sweeney just called off her wedding too.
yeah.
Jeez.
So now,
She's getting
man, there's a couple more good ones. If you want to do a couple more.
I mean, we can.
Invisible penis or your cum is Vanta Black.
Black.
So do you know
You're
what?
like your pants are black, dude.
Do you know what Vanta Black is?
Vanta?
Yeah, that's just like a brand name of it. It's like it catches 99.9% of light, so it's like a black hole.
Okay.
So you know, you blast on her back, and it looks like there's a black hole. Like it absorbs all the light.
Jeez,
So it's like coal black. You
I'm
know.
thinking like one of those fucking, what is that called when we used to look that up? When they had holes in their skin.
Oh, trypophobia.
It's looking like that. It looks
Yeah,
like that.
kind of like that. There's holes, or you've got an invisible penis.
Oh, it's invisible, but you still have it, right?
Yeah. So which one are you taking? You go for the darkest.
You come on her back, it looks like she has trypophobia.
Well, because it's so black, it catches all the light. It looks like it's just a hole.
Oh man, I don't know. Trypophobia is disgusting.
If you
Well,
put a
wherever
condom
you-
on, does it become invisible?
No, you can still see the condom, I guess.
Okay.
It's a
there's just
floating-
condom.
Yeah, but then you're wearing a
That's
condom.
kind of sweet though.
I
Floating
guess.
condom, dude. You're just walking around with a condom.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know. Like the black hole thing is.
Well, it doesn't have to be on her back. You can blast it inside or into a napkin or wherever you.
So if I come on my hands and it looks like I have
Into Chris's
trypophobia,
pocket.
Yeah.
it burns a hole in Chris's pocket.
I mean, it's not actually burning a hole. It's
Yeah,
it
I
just looks
understand.
like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
I think I'd want to. I'd take an invisible penis right now without any
Yeah.
like. You don't have any consequences. Why does it matter? Because she needs help, you're gonna know where it is. So.
So you'd take the invisible?
you spray paint it green.
Yeah, I like that one, kid.
Yeah, I think I'm taking invisible. I'd take invisible for $1.
Yeah.
You wouldn't?
I'm
Wouldn't
trying
that be
to
kind of
think.
cool? Kind of sweet.
How are you gonna send videos to people now if it's invisible? You're just
Yeah.
gonna be sitting there going like this. This is exactly what it's gonna look like.
Yeah, just stroking the air. Trust me, it's big.
You just go really exaggerated.
Yeah, that's. I don't. That'd be kind of cool though. Just like if it looks like a hole, man. I don't. Yeah, it's.
I just think it'd be unique to have the Vanta Black.
So that's what you would do.
I feel like it'd get old after
Be
a
unique
while.
to have an invisible dick too. Imagine it's just your balls.
The other thing
But
too
your balls
is,
are just hanging there.
yeah, it just looks like you got balls. The other thing too is when you blast it up on the curtain or whatever, then you've got it's really noticeable then, right? You know, it's a lot harder to wash out rather than just having it
Yeah.
dry clear.
Oh, you're saying the Vanta Black?
Yeah,
I'd go invisible.
yeah, I think invisible's
pretty
probably
cool.
the way to go.
It's a nice party favor.
No, party trick.
Conversation piece.
Yeah, you want to see my dick? You can take your pants off. They don't see anything besides two balls. Kind of weird, actually.
Can never get arrested for indecent exposure.
Homies in hiding.